Hi, I'm Katya and I'm a hydrologist. As a hydrologist, I study water. I look at the chemistry of the water itself and then I look at amounts of water. I got interested in hydrology because I grew up in New Mexico, which is a desert. And living in a desert, I wondered where all the water that we drank came from. On the weekends, I'd go up to the mountains with friends and ski and snowboard. And a lot of our water that we drink, when that melts in the summer, that's where our drinking water comes from in New Mexico. So I came up here to University of Colorado at Boulder because there's a snow hydrology program where I study water in the form of snow and also water at high elevations. And the mystery that I'm trying to solve here at Boulder is I'm looking at nitrogen in water at high elevations. And so we're seeing increased amounts of nitrate, a form of nitrogen, in surface waters up in Green Lakes valleys, which is the headwaters of Boulder Creek. And I'm trying to figure out where that increased nitrate is coming from, whether it's coming from the atmosphere, from rain and snow, or coming from increased microbial cycling of nitrogen from the atmosphere. And in order to answer that question, I need to go into the field and collect water samples from surface water, from soil water, from glacier melt, and I also collect snow samples and look at the chemistry of the snow as well. So let's go to the field to collect some samples. Welcome to my office. I'm hanging out here up on Niwot Ridge, long-term ecological research site, and behind me is Green Lakes Valley. And Green Lakes Valley is the headwaters of Boulder Creek, which runs all the way from the Continental Divide down through Boulder and beyond. And we get a lot of our drinking water from Boulder Creek. The Green Lakes Valley was once covered underneath a glacier, and behind it left a series of 5 lakes, which are called paternoster lakes, left by a glacier. And at the very top we have what's left of a Rickery Glacier, and then there's Green Lakes 5, Green Lakes 4, and 3, 2, and 1 down the valley. And what I do up here is I look at concentrations of nitrogen in the surface water and also in the groundwater and soil water in Green Lakes Valley. Nitrogen is an important thing that's been studied up here because we see increasing levels of it deposited in rain and snow. And so I collect water samples in the summer, and also in the winter we collect snow samples. And then I take those down to Boulder and work in the lab, and I'll be also taking them to France to look at the isotopes in the nitrate molecules in the water itself. And so what makes this valley special as far as nitrogen cycling is that nitrogen and nitrate is a really important nutrient for plants. And as you can see behind me, we don't really have too many plants up here. Some grasses, some willows, but it's mainly barren soil and rock, talus, and rocks. And so those nutrients don't get taken up by plants. And so they wash into the surface water. The implications of elevated levels of nitrate in surface water, there's implications on the fish communities, on our drinking water quality. And so we're trying to figure out why the levels of nitrate concentration are increasing in our surface waters here in Green Lakes Valley.